Good afternoon, traders. It is Thursday, April 1st, April Fool's Day, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Uh, we had a really good day today. I have some complaints about it, but it still was a great day for April Fools. We came in today with 18 positions, a whole pile of them, and only two of those were negative, and those negatives weren't very big negatives. So we took a pile of money out of the markets today. We closed out over $43,000 in closed out trades. We haven't had a day like that longer than I can remember. I mean, it was just great. Actually, come to think of it, we actually had a $70,000 day uh, last month, but we still ended up having a bad month last month, if you can believe it. But anyway, $43,000, yeah, I'll take that any day. That was really good. Um, but, and I'll kind of explain this a little. Our new positions that we got into today, we got into 11, 3 positive, 8 negative, and they were bad and lousy, and we ended up carrying negative $10,000 into tomorrow. Um, and you're looking at the Dow chart here. The Dow opened basically unchanged, and then went a little lower, and then moved higher all day long. Strong rally at the end. That's unusual lately, but it happened, and the Dow closes up 172 points. Yeah, and the problem that I have with these stocks, I told you about a whack-a-mole story. Whack-a-mole is a carnival game, an arcade game where you have moles stick their head up out of a hole, and then you're supposed to whack them with a hammer. And the problem is we have a lot of whack-a-mole players in the form of hedge fund managers in these markets. And what they like to do is when our stocks pop up, they like to whack them with a hammer and drive them down. It drives us crazy. And what happened today, we had a lot of whack-a-moles in the trading in the stock market, but fortunately, they didn't start playing whack-a-mole until the second hour. So we were able to get a lot of profit out of those 18 positions that we had coming in. We got out of those big profits, only 2 losses out of 18, but the new stuff, the 11 new positions we got in, we ended up getting in near the top, and then they whack-a-mole those, and so we ended up negative with them. That's kind of my very cynical view of what happened today. Let me show you 2 of the stocks specifically to illustrate what I'm talking about. This first one is MARA, which is Marathon Patent Group. We exited a trade in Marathon, the first 45 minutes of the day as usual, and we took $8,400 out of that trade yesterday. If we had a crystal ball, it would have been nice to hang on to it, but of course we don't. We just trade the algorithm. But we had this huge move between where we got out and where we got re-entered, and of course we're not in the stock during this huge move, so we're not making money on it. Then we get re-entered up here, at which at the time is absolutely the high tick of the day, and then it fails right after we get in, but it does come out, takes out its high, and then kind of fails again on the close. So we closed this out yesterday with a loss, but it makes a nice move up this morning. As I say, the whack-a-moles weren't in the markets yet that first hour, so we got out of there with a pretty nice trade, $3,500, or on top of this 8,400 that we took out yesterday. So Marathon just traded beautifully for us, and then as the whack-a-moles came into the market, Marathon declined in value, but we were out of it with our profits by that time. But so this worked out really nice for us with these positions we're carrying coming in. This was a pattern that in most of those stocks that we traded, that we brought in to today. But here's where things got bad for us. This is a new stock for us. This is Plug, P-L-U-G, Plug Power Incorporated. And we had the same pattern where it moves up at the beginning of the day, and yeah, what happens then if we're not already in it? We get into it up here right at the top, and then just like Marathon Patent Group, it declines all day as the whack-a-moles hit it on the head with a hammer. And of course, this time we're not out of it, we're in it, and Plug Power ends up closing negative against this $3,500. So basically canceled out the Marathon trade. And that was a pattern we saw in most of those 11 positions that we got into new today. But still, on balance, we closed out 43,000 and we're only negative 10,000 that we're carrying. But of course, we gotta see what happens tomorrow. But this pattern drives me crazy. It's very difficult for us to trade, and I just wish these hedge funds guys would stop selling these things when they pop up, because it's causing us a lot of problems. Anyway, that's markets. You just gotta live with it. Hey, Trader Bob signing off. I'll see you tomorrow on Freaky Friday.